Hola a todos y bienvenidos. Hoy tenemos el placer de entrevistar a Tom Dowd, CEO de la cadena de gimnasios F45. En esta charla conoceremos más sobre su trayectoria profesional, los orígenes y evolución de esta exitosa marca, así como sus planes de expansión en España y Europa. Buenos días, Tom. Muchas gracias por hacernos un hueco en tu apretada agenda.
My pleasure.
Tom, para quienes no te conocen en profundidad en el mercado ibérico, ¿podrías contarnos cómo ha sido tu recorrido profesional y concretamente en la industria del fitness?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for taking your time to interview me and let me tell my story. I've been an investor in F45, which is now Fit House of Brands, to incorporate our other modalities, which is the two Pilates concepts and soon to be a recovery concept, about 6+ years ago. And I've been the CEO for about 2.5 years now. So I moved from investor to CEO, and it's just been a fantastic journey. The company is just really taken it to the next level over the last 2 years with my leadership and a team very focused on clear initiatives and, quite frankly, taking advantage of the growth in the health and wellness space.
Estupendo. ¿Cómo nace el proyecto de F45? ¿Puedes contarnos la historia detrás de esta exitosa cadena de gimnasios?
Sure. It started in Australia about 12+ years ago, and it just took off like wildfire. High intensity interval training is just fantastic. The concept is just brilliant. 45 minutes in and out, real results, two trainers there working you through, holding you accountable, building the strongest community that you could imagine. And they started franchising, and then they took it to the US and around the world, and it continued to grow like mad. And then they were looking to take in investors, which is when we stepped in with our group. And our group put in about $110 million. So we were very excited about that opportunity. And then COVID happened. So COVID, changed the world, as we know, sadly. Very tough for a lot of our investments. From gym to the restaurant business were two of our hardest hit. But, life happens. The franchisees pivoted and did a lot of amazing things like outdoor workouts, moving the stations further away, etc., where they worked out. But the community stayed strong. And then when we came out of COVID, the decision was made to go public and take advantage of the high ramp up that we had, more so than anybody else that we've seen in the space. So we went public, and then we just didn't have the right management, the right strategy in place to manage the growth. And lo and behold, I ended up stepping in. So that was, my opportunity to come in and help put everything on the right track again and help rally the troops and get the franchisees' trust back, and worked hard to win that trust back. Traveling the world, getting out and meeting people, like I had the pleasure of meeting you in Spain in my 7-country tour just now a few weeks ago. As we joked, it seems like a year ago already almost. But so that's, so we really focused on our F45 business. And then we worked on how do we launch and really get behind our Pilates business. So we have FS8 and Vaura Pilates, which is really just amazing. Two concepts, very different, even though they're both Pilates based, but very different. Doing very well, and each of them do very well separately. And then couple that with our F45, it's just a great combination business for our franchisees to be able to expand from an F45 and add Pilates to the mix and stay within their own realm, region, and not have to travel hours to open up another F45. So it's perfect workout. And then we're also embracing the recovery business. So we have a brand called Ion. We'll be launching that soon and getting behind that. So that's the story.
Muy bien. El crecimiento de F45 ha sido exponencial. ¿Cuál dirías que es la clave para haber crecido tan rápidamente y posicionarse como un referente en el sector?
That's a great question, and it's a softball question for me, because the rapid growth of F45 is really fueled by the simple fact that we have an amazing product that people really see their lives change. When you go into a big box gym and you work out, you're not held accountable by 25, 30 people like right there with you, grinding it out with you. You're not right there with the trainer, pushing you harder to get your workout in. And it's just accountability, and the product works. The variety of the product is amazing. So you're just not in there doing the same thing every workout. Every workout's different, which keeps people engaged. So that's really the simple magic of it. I love the simple brilliance of the concept from day one, and I always love the amazing culture that they have. And that makes a big difference. And it really, showcases itself in F45. And now we've taken that same recipe and formula and plugged it into both Vaura Pilates and FS8 Pilates, because we know the magic sauce and we have it. So for FS8, for example, we have the same thing that we have in F45 with the TVs on the walls, walking you through and helping guide you through. So beginners are more than comfortable and welcome to come in and work out with us. It's really fantastic to see people who are, a little hesitant to come in and, work out with other people, but then feel so welcomed and embraced and supported when they come in. So that's been really the magic. And then Vaura's more of a trainer-driven workout, but that's really more high-end, high-energy, athletic reformer Pilates workout. So that's more for people that are like really into it and go for it. So FS8 for Pilates is more of our workhorse, good for everybody. Vaura is more high-end, but beginners can go to Vaura as well. But it's just two different models in Pilates.
Muy bien, ¿podrías hablarnos de los distintos modelos de franquicia que ofrece la compañía y en qué se diferencian entre sí?
Yeah, for franchising, the magic of franchising is you walk into a proven system. So you walk into something where we help you with real estate. We can help you with legal. We don't make the legal decisions for you, but we can steer you in the right direction. We can help you find the right location. We're using AI right now to help find locations, which is great. And we have the proven structure for content. So content is key. So we're the ones that are, we have a whole staff in our HQ office working hard to develop, content constantly. We have a whole filming studio. We have trainers on staff. We have athletes on staff. So you come into a turnkey solution, which helps you get up and running, and then our marketing comes over top. So we expect our franchisees to have some understanding of marketing and be, what we call guerrilla marketing, out there engaging with their community, engaging with their members. But then we come over the top with brand fund. We come over the top with brand, strategy and, messaging that works. So we really, make it easy for somebody that has never been a business owner even, but who has the desire and loves the industry to come in and just really, we give them the keys to the kingdom, I guess you could say, and get them up and running as fast as we can. And now we're very focused on being an operations company. So we're very focused on how do we help support our franchisees once they are up and running. So promoting, helping them understand how to properly run a business. We have programs and partnerships that are making their engagement with us just a slam dunk. We have High Rocks now. We have Spartan Race. We did a Samsung TV deal for a branding initiative with us. We just released a Red Bull energy drink partnership. And you're going to see other big partnerships that are out there, which all helps build brand recognition. It helps tell the world that we're number one for a reason. And we have, the most quality studios and the most amazing community.
Estupendo. ¿En qué momento se encuentra actualmente F45? ¿Cuántos centros tenéis a nivel internacional?
We have about 1,600 in total in about 55 countries. So very proud of that. And we're expanding literally every day.
España ha escalado posiciones y se consolida como uno de los mercados más fuertes en Europa. ¿Cómo ves su evolución? ¿Tenéis planes de expansión en nuestro país?
Well, we loved Spain, as you know. We enjoyed amazing dinner and time together, and I toured the country, and we have a lot of studios opening up now, and Pilates is red hot. And, the one big plan that we have is grow more, grow faster, and grow responsibly. So unlike before, where maybe we got a little over our skis, as we say here in the States, we got a little ahead of ourselves. which also worked out fine in many regards. Now we're much more measured, so we're making sure that we open up locations which only support the franchisees. So we're happy to have less locations that are much more profitable. But we also have to run fast and hard at the growth potential in Europe in total, because we have such amazing products, and it's really much more wide open part of the world for us than the US, for example. So we have to really stay focused on Europe. So part of the reason I went there and spent 2 weeks touring Europe was because I recognized the opportunity. So we have to really get strong and fast there.
Ok, ¿tienes en mente qué número de centros os gustaría abrir en España?
In Spain, we were throwing around 30 to 50 between F45 and FS8, and even Vauras. We could have Vauras in some of your major, like Barcelona could probably have 2, 3 even maybe. So we think 30 to 50, which we don't think is that aggressive. But if we got to 30, that would be meaningful.
¿En un año? ¿5 años?
3 to 4 years would be optimum.
Muy bien. ¿Y cuál consideráis que es vuestro mayor atractivo para animar a nuevos franquiciados a unirse a vuestro sistema de franquicias? ¿Creéis que las condiciones son accesibles para quienes desean formar parte del proyecto?
Oh, absolutely. So first of all, the health and wellness space continues to grow. It's never going to go away. Tell me a time when people won't want to live better, healthier lives and have more mobility, better quality of life, feel better. It's never going to go away, and it's only getting more powerful. People are drinking less, people are eating better, people are more health focused. So we couldn't pick a better space to be in. And with our model of being not a big box and big commitment financially to get into our business, we really have a great story for potential franchisees. You can get into 1,500 to 2,000 square feet, up to 6,000 square feet when you do a combo franchise with us, and that's not too painful to get in. We really hit the ground hard as far as our support team. You walk in, like I said earlier, to a situation where we have almost 13 years of great experience here. And our models work, and our culture is fantastic, and we are very focused on helping franchisees continue to grow with us profitably.
Y para finalizar, ¿te gustaría enviar un mensaje a nuestra audiencia, los profesionales del fitness de Iberia?
Well, yes, listen, F45 now Fit House of Brands has the modalities that everybody should be paying attention to and looking at us as a potential partner. We're looking for partnerships for any kind of business that complements each other. We love to cross-pollinate. We love to share our amazing membership base with other like-minded businesses where it behooves both of us to partner. So, please keep in mind that we're very open to partnerships, and we do partnerships the right way. We go all in. We don't just dabble. And, if you look at us through over the last 2+ years, we've been very focused on partnerships and cross-pollinating our marketing effort. So there's that. And if you're interested in getting involved in a model that's been proven and working and on fire, talk to us. Well, we'd love to have you in the family. Pilates is red hot. F45 continues to be red hot. And a combination of them, and now with the recovery business that we're plugging in early next year, at the end of this year even, we have an amazing family of brands that are all on fire, doing very well, and we're not dragging along any brands that aren't doing well. Everything we have is on trend and exceeding expectations.
Estupendo, pues muchas gracias, Tom, por esta entrevista tan interesante y reveladora sobre vuestra empresa. Os deseamos mucho éxito en vuestros próximos pasos.
Thank you so much. This was enjoyable.
Hasta aquí el programa de hoy. Os deseamos que disfrutéis del día y no olvidéis suscribiros a nuestro canal. ¡Salud!